Okay, do you guys ever wonder why you look in the mirror and then you feel like you look soft, even though you've been training for multiple years and you're just really frustrated about how you're looking? You know, you're working out, you think you're eating healthy, and you're going on walks, maybe doing some cardio, but you're not seeing results. I'm gonna break down in this video everything that you're doing wrong and what you need to start doing to actually lose that skinny fat look, lose the soft looking stomach, tone up your arms, and actually see your abs this summer. So first of all, you need to train like you mean it. You might be going to the gym 3, 4, 5, even 6 days a week, but if you're not training super hard, you're not training to failure on most of those sets, you really are just gonna stay small. All right, you're not gonna, you need to train hard. That's gonna be the biggest driver of muscle growth. You cannot go do, say, bench press and be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, rack, and then call that a day. That's not gonna be enough to actually force muscle growth. Your last rep should literally be so hard to push that you pretty much almost fail. You could literally get a spotter as well, so that when you do fail, you fail safely and you still get the gains. All of your sets should look like that. You should be training 1 to 3 reps shy of failure on every single set. Maybe your first set, 3 reps shy, but your last set, you should be going all out. You really should not be able to do another set. Now, how do you actually get stronger, right? Well, you cannot go into the gym week after week and just do the same weights. You need to progressive overload. And what does that mean? That means over time, just doing more weight or reps than you did the last week. So, for example, and by the way, you should absolutely be tracking your lifts. Maybe that's on an app, maybe that's on your notes app, and just like that, you're gonna know what you did last week. You're gonna try to beat those records. So for example, say last week you did bench press, 3 sets of 10 reps with 100 pounds. What you want to do next week or the next time you hit bench press is beat that number. So you could either add some weight, do 110 pounds and shoot for 8 reps, 8 reps, 8 reps, and then the week after that, shoot for 110 pounds, 10 reps, 10 reps, 10 reps. Because what that is basically over 2 weeks, you added 10 pounds and brought your reps back up to match it, meaning you got stronger. Another thing you could do is just add more reps, right? Instead of doing 10 reps, 10 reps, 10 reps, do 100 pounds, 12 reps, 12 reps, 12 reps, and then you can increase the weight the week after that. If you do that on every exercise, week after week, you're gonna see progress. 10 reps, 10 reps, 10 reps, do 100 pounds. Now it comes to nutrition. If you complain about not losing weight, but you're not tracking your calories, this is your actual sign to start. I made the same mistake as you guys, and I hear this all the time from people I talk to. They don't track their calories. They have no idea how much they're eating. Without knowing how much you're eating, it's gonna be super difficult to actually lose weight and ditch that skinny fat look, especially since the skinny fat look really comes from not having enough protein, having a bit too many calories, and a bit too many carbs as well. So download MyFitnessPal, start tracking everything you're eating, right? For the first week, whatever you're eating, just put that in MyFitnessPal. Watch some tutorials on YouTube. I've got some as well, just how to actually lose or how to track your calories on MyFitnessPal. It's very simple. Just look up a guide online, learn how to track, and start tracking everything that you're putting in your mouth, not just full meals, but also liquid calories as well. You don't really need to track water. Yes, you should be getting enough per day as well, but that's not as important as actually tracking your calories. Yes, if you feel like you're hungry all the time, drink more water so you stay full, but track snacks, liquid calories, full meals, things of that nature. Literally, even only thing you don't really need to track is, say, seasonings, but sauces you do have to track. So put that into MyFitnessPal, see how many calories you're eating every single day, see how much protein you're eating every single day. Then you can start bumping up your protein just by adding more lean meats onto the meals you're already eating. For example, right now, maybe for breakfast you're having 2 eggs and some toast, bump that up to 4 eggs. Just like that, you're gonna get more protein, feel more full. When you feel more full, the cravings will go down, meaning you're not snacking on stuff while watching Netflix at the end of the night, which probably is what gave you that skinny fat soft stomach look in the first place. So get more protein in, start shooting for about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Yes, I know you've probably heard this before, but at least that much is gonna help you, again, stay more full, and you just need to start doing that. So add more lean meats to every single meal, or add more lean protein sources, add some more Greek yogurt, have another scoop of protein, and you'll probably be there. If you're not losing weight and you're eating enough protein, what it's time to start doing is incorporate more low calorie foods, right? More fruits and vegetables into every single meal, because again, this is gonna be keeping you full while lowering the calories. And obviously, when you're skinny fat, you need to be eating around maintenance or in a 200 to 500 calorie deficit. How do you know which one is right for you? So if you don't have a lot of fat on your body, but you don't have a lot of muscle, you need to just eat in a either very small calorie deficit or honestly just go on a maintenance, right? You could even do a lean bulk as well. That's more rare. If you're newer to the gym, I would recommend maybe like 100 calorie surplus bulk, 100, 200, because what this is gonna do is actually just help you pack on so much muscle to your frame. But if you have been training for a while and you're not really seeing results and you have a good amount of fat on you, what we wanna do first is cut down that fat, because that's gonna make the biggest visual change right away. Losing that fat, you're gonna get more of that athletic look, you're gonna get some bicep veins, your abs are slowly gonna show after that. Once you lose maybe 10, 20 pounds of the fat, then that's when you can lean bulk up, do a reverse diet, slowly bring your calories back up. So yeah, if you have more fat on your body, eat in a 250 to 500 calorie deficit. And if you have a lot of fat on your body, you might not just be skinny fat, you might just be normal fat. And I get it, I've kind of been there myself, so that's fine. 500 calorie deficit, eating a lot of fruits, vegetables, foods that will fill you up and keep calories low. Lastly, when it comes to cardio, I keep it very simple, and I tell my clients to keep it very simple as well. 10,000 steps a day at least, or add 3,000 steps onto whatever you're currently doing. So if you work a desk job and you only get 3,000 steps a day, start shooting for 6,000 steps, and do that by parking farther away from work, going on a 5-minute walk every hour, using the farther washroom in the office, taking the stairs, not the elevator, walking around during your workouts between sets. Super simple. That's gonna make a big difference already. Now, if you're walking a ton, maybe 15 to 20,000 steps, and you're not losing weight, obviously you could decrease your calories. Another option is you could increase your cardio if you don't wanna eat less. So incline treadmill, 3.3 miles per hour, 6 incline, 20 minutes after every single workout. Just like that, you're gonna start making progress again. If you can dial in on all of those things, I guarantee you'll be making progress. So those are all the tips that I have for you. If you feel like this is all overwhelming, especially since we didn't even cover sleep or hydration or the best foods to eat, and you just feel like this is just too much, that's fine, and you want to take your physique to the next level, like I've helped these clients do, then just book a call in the link below. And what we're gonna do is actually just talk about a game plan on what you are specifically currently doing wrong, and then how we can fix those issues, and I'll give you some tips and tricks.